Okay, good afternoon, all. Let's just start. We were on communication skills, so I'll just move to the book quickly so that we can start up with the things. So we were talking about communication skills, and we have done two categories: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. And today we are going to start with the visual communication. Now, visual communication is the transmission of message using any imagery, right? Instead of giving verbal talk or written talk, or instead of any kind of non-verbal kind of talk, we use images and certain pictures to transmit some message to people, right? And we make use of sense of sight wherever we are using verbal and non-verbal, like sign boards can be there, graphics can be used, pictures can be used, films can be used, PowerPoint presentations can be used, certain models can be used. So if these kind of things are used in communication process, that particular communication is called as a visual communication, right? Basically, visual communication is added to written as well as oral communication. Written और oral communication के साथ में इसको अडॉप्ट किया जाता है, ठीक है? For example, जैसे right now I am talking to you people, right? So that is oral communication, and I am also showing you the book on the screen. This is visual communication. I am showing you certain text material, certain visual material that you can see, right? Like if you see in this picture, certain graphs are being shown, and with the help of the graphs, the person are able to understand what actually the speaker want to say. ठीक है, तो ये ग्राफ पिक्चर्स भी कुछ ना कुछ हमें डिपिक्ट करती हैं, हमें कुछ शो करती हैं, तो दैट इज अ काइंड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन टू अस. What are the advantages? It enhances the message imparted with through oral written communication. So if we are talking to somebody and along with that oral or written communication, we also show certain pictures, certain graphs. तो उससे जो डेटा हम कन्वे करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, that there's some enhancement, there's some more meaning to that data, some meaning is added, right? The user, the receiver will be able to understand the things in a better way, ठीक है? तो राइटिंग के साथ साथ पिक्चर या ग्राफ से या कुछ ऐसा विजुअल वीडियो दिखा रहे हैं, उससे जो है समझने में रिसीवर को और ज्यादा हेल्प होती है. It leaves a lasting impression, means the person will be able to remember the things for a longer time. अगर आप किसी को सीधा वैसे बता दो, डिक्टेट कर दो, बोल दो, तो that doesn't create a good impact, right? Impact can only be created if you add up certain visual things into the communication process. And sometimes we want to show certain complex things, like अगर आपको 3-4 कंपनीज का एक्सपेंडिचर कंपेयर करना है, right? Now if you go with oral communication, you represent the things orally. आप बताते भी ये 4 कंपनीज हैं, इनमें इतना प्रॉफिट हुआ, इसमें इतना हुआ, इसमें इतना हुआ, right? The person has to remember those numbers, or the receiver has to write those things, right? So उससे ज़्यादा understanding नहीं हो पाती. So to add up more understanding, or to show the data which is quite complex to understand, we use certain visual aids. So visual aids से वो help हो जाएगा. जैसे ये जो example है हमारा, that if you want to compare the sale of 5 companies, let's say, right, for 5 years. So if we make a graph sort of thing and we show the graph to the person, then the person will be able to understand the things in a better way. राइट. सो कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजों को भी हम बेटर तरीके से अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ दीज विजुअल एड्स, and it is always easier for us to understand those things, right? Some disadvantages are also there, that for using certain visual things we need to have some additional cost. You have to spend some additional cost, like you need a computer to show a presentation, right? And for making a picture or printing a picture, again some printing cost is also there. ठीक है. अगर आप कोई पोस्टर बना के दिखा रहे हैं तो पोस्टर बनाने में भी देयर आर सम कॉस्ट, एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट यू हैव टू पे. तो कॉस्ट जो है कॉस्टली थोड़ा सा हो जाता है. It is incomplete by itself. Incomplete by itself means if you only show the picture, right, to a person and you don't communicate anything else to him, then that receiver may find it difficult to understand, क्योंकि सिर्फ पिक्चर देख के समझना मुश्किल है. हाँ, पिक्चर के साथ में if you go with verbal communication, you explain the things verbally also, then it is very good. But if you only show the picture, then it will be difficult for the one to understand the things, right? So that's the disadvantage, that visual communication enhances the verbal communication. It doesn't replace verbal communication. Then we need to be expert in certain things like making a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation. We should know how to make it. अगर आपको आता है तभी कर सकते हो. ग्राफ्स बनाना है, ग्राफ्स बनाने में भी you should know how to create a graph, right? You need to be expert, you have to be expertized, right? These are some of the disadvantages. Again, there we have certain quick bites. The solutions I'll give it to you. Kindly note down, already given to you people. Kindly note down those things in the notebooks. Then we have perceptives of the communication. Perceptive is a person's point of view, attitude or outlook on something, right? Perspective का मतलब है कि एक पर्सन का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, मेरा सोचने का तरीका क्या है, राइट? जैसे एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देखो, ये यहाँ पे हाउ मेनी पिलर्स डू वी सी? देयर आर टू children, one is saying 4 and other one is saying 3. why? Because जिस तरफ से ये गर्ल खड़ी है उस तरफ से अगर आप देखो तो you'll count, you'll get 4 answers. There are 4 pillars, but when you see from the boy's side you'll find only 3. So both these children are looking into the same object, but they have different perspectives. सब दोनों की ऑब्जर्वेशन अलग अलग है, दोनों के पर्सपेक्टिव अलग अलग है, right? The girl is observing 4 pillars and the boy is observing 3 pillars. The structure is such, right? So this perspective plays again very important role, like in visual communication. If you show some picture to somebody, अब वो पर्सपेक्टिव पे बेस्ड है कि हर आदमी कैसे उस चीज को समझता है, right? And people may have different kind of perspective for one single thing only, right? Perspective is in communication is individuals understanding and interpretation of a message. कोई भी मैसेज है उसको एक इंडिविजुअल कैसे समझता है और उसको कैसे इंटरप्रेट करता है. Whenever there is a general communication, that is the perspective of communication. Now, there are certain chances in communication where, especially in picture visual communication, where one picture can be understood in different ways, because the perception of the person can vary depending upon how they look into the image, right? अब इसमें एक विजुअल परसेप्शन है. विजुअल परसेप्शन का मतलब है you see something, right? And that affects how you communicate to somebody else, because it depends upon one person. As you can see here, and there's a picture. Now if you see this picture, there are two kind of perceptions that can be made. एक बंदा बोलेगा कि नहीं भाई ये तो कोई यंग लेडी का पिक्चर है, द लेडी इज लुकिंग एट द बैक. Then other person can think of that it's a old lady having some gray color hair, right? So this single picture can be thought of in two different ways, right? So this depends upon the perception, right? Can you make out? तो इस पिक्चर को अगर आप ध्यान से देखो तो दिस पार्ट shows that it's a face of a young lady who is looking at the back. ठीक है, ये उसका ऊपर हैट है, ये उसका बैक है. And if you see this complete this thing, right? This part is the nose, and this is the mouth, this is the chin, right? This looks like an old lady, right? So perception की बात है. कुछ लोग इसको समझेंगे कि ये भाई एक ओल्ड लेडी है, कुछ लोग इसको यंग लेडी समझेंगे. So this is visual perception. The person can have different kind of perception based on how they look into the image in a careful way, right? Then we'll talk about language. So when we communicate, language should be clear, not leaving anything to the listener's imagination. The language that you use should be clear, कि ऐसा ना हो कि जो रिसीवर है वो सोचने में पड़ जाए, to start imagining कि what the person has said, right? अब इसका एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल लेते हैं. Now there's a sentence, reading in the library is always allowed. Now this word allowed here means that you are allowed to do reading. But if you say ALOUD, allowed, somebody may hear this allowed as allowed, ALOUD. ये allowed का मतलब है जोर से बोलना, राइट? कि हमेशा रीडिंग जो है allowed हो, ज्यादा आवाज में बोली जाए. So this one single word allowed can be interpreted by two people in different way. अगर वो ये W वाला allowed समझता है तो इसका मतलब है कि रीडिंग अलाउड है, भाई पढ़ना अलाउड है. अगर वो ALOUD अलाउड समझता है अलाउड को, तो देन he may interpret that reading in the library is always allowed, कि हमेशा हाई पिच पे ज्यादा आवाज में पढ़ना चाहिए. ठीक है. So this is all one more kind of scenario which can be which is again based on the perception of different people, right? So we should not use such kind of words which are problematic. हमें उसकी जगह पे क्लैरिटी रखनी चाहिए. So instead of using this word allowed, you should say कि permitted. Reading in the library is always permitted. So that's a better word because उससे confusion नहीं रहेगा. Then past experience. When faced with a situation, we are bound to affect by our past experience. कि जब हमें कोई भी situation हमारे सामने आती है, right? We always try to compare it with our past experiences about the same situation, right? Like if you are told to give a speech in the school assembly, for the first time you will feel nervous, right? But if you do it 2 times 3 times, then your confidence will build up. ठीक है, फिर और कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा, फिर आपका एक्सपीरियंस बन जाएगा उस चीज में, तो आपको पता होगा कैसे करना है, राइट? So whenever you go for a speech for the first time, you may made some mistakes, right? You may get some negative feedback from the audience, but जैसे जैसे आप उसको improve करोगे, आपका जो experience है that will help you to remove all such kind of barriers, right? So based on the experiences that you have, the mind will also develop, the mental block will enhance, right? And the likes and dislikes you receive will also affect the things in the future. right? So it is always good to take along good experiences. Bad experience को हमें ignore कर देना चाहिए, अच्छे experiences को लेके चलें, so that will help us in um, building our confidence. Always think positive, right? Thinking positive is, again, if you see a glass, half glass filled with water, half of you, some of you may say कि भाई आधा गिलास खाली है, आधे लोग ये बोलेंगे आधा गिलास तो भरा है, right? So those who see say that half of the glass is full, they are positive thinkers, and those who say that half is empty, they are negative thinkers, right? वो मतलब उनकी सोच नेगेटिव है, तो हमें हमेशा पॉजिटिव सोचना चाहिए. Always be positive and think of everything in a positive way. Then is prejudice, preconceived notion that is not based on the facts and reasons of person experiences, right? Preconceived notion मतलब पहले से बनाए हुए notions. आपने कुछ भी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया, आपको कोई भी फैक्ट फिगर्स नहीं पता, स्टिल यू जस्ट मेक ए नोशन के पहले से बनाना कि भाई ये जो पर्सन है ऐसा होगा, ठीक है, assumptions बनाना, that is prejudice. Example is that you have never interacted with a differently abled child. आपने कभी भी किसी differently abled child के साथ interaction नहीं किया, but it has somehow been ingrained in your mind that a differently able child needs a special care, so as conscious around such a child, so you always are conscious. So if a differently able, differently मतलब जिसको कोई ना कोई फिजिकल प्रॉब्लम है, तो अगर आप ऐसे बच्चों से नहीं मिले हो, राइट, बट यू योर माइंड हैज सर्टेन थॉट कि ऐसे लोगों को ज्यादा स्पेशल केयर की जरूरत है, so whenever you meet such people, such children, you'll be very conscious, right? You'll always tend to take good care of them, right? But the fact is that वो लोग अपना ध्यान भी बड़े अच्छे तरीके से रख सकते हैं, right? This is prejudice. The prejudice is making assumptions, stereotyping people, right? And this can be discriminatory sometimes, right? कि आप discriminate कर दो भी ये चीज तो negative है, so this should not happen. The prejudice makes category of individual based on social status, caste, gender, etc. तो इन सब चीजों पे based आप ऐसे thoughts बना सकते हो, so that are not good for you, right? Then is feelings. Whatever we think, whatever we perceptions we made, that are affected by our feelings also, right? How you feel at that particular time and how you feel about the person you are interacting with. आप कैसा फील करते हो और आप उस पर्सन के बारे में कैसा फील करते हो जिससे आप इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हो. If you are upset about something, the way you communicate with others will be very different when you are happy, right? अगर आप पहले से ही upset हो, you are asked to talk to somebody, right, but you are not happy you are not in a happy mood, आपका मूड जो है वो हैप्पी नहीं है, पहले से इरिटेटेड हो, so when you talk to that person, your way of talking will be different. और अगर आप हैप्पी मूड में, if you are very good mood and then you try to talk to somebody, then your way of communication will be different. So this is the effect of feeling on the perceptions that you are making, right? So how the things are going to be different, like if you're happy, your tone of voice, your body language, the language that you use will be better. But in case you are not happy, this thing will be not up to the mark, right? So that affects the communication process a lot. ठीक है, उससे आपका communication process को बहुत नुकसान पहुंचता है. Certain environmental factors also plays an important part, like atmospheric temperature, right? If you're interacting with somebody and you're feeling too hot or too cold, right, your communication will not be up to the mark, right? अगर आप किसी से बात कर रहे हो और आपको बहुत ज्यादा गर्मी फील हो रही है, जैसे आप you're talking to somebody in outside, right, in the sun, right, it's too hot there, so you're talking whatever you're talking to that person, that communication process will also be affected, right? डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो सकती है, राइट? आप हमेशा ट्राई करते हो कि जल्दी से जल्दी बात खत्म कर, राइट? बट इफ इन केस यू आर इन अ गुड एनवायरनमेंट, हेल्दी एनवायरनमेंट में बैठे हो, योर थिंकिंग विल बी पॉजिटिव, राइट? So your communication will be better and effective, right? These are some of the things that we must consider while um, talking to somebody. Next part is writing skills. Writing skills का मतलब है the skills which are used, um, where words are used and you write the words in a way so that it is sent to the receiver, right? But there are certain things you must be careful about. Writing skills should be good, because if you are not good in writing skills, your message will not be clear, right? It will not be so effective for the audience or the people to whom you are interacting with, right? We have 7 C's which with which to check on your communication and hone your skills. If you want to improve your skills, there are 7 C's we must be concentrating on. 7 C's of communication, very important for exam also. First C is clear. Whatever objective you want to have, whatever objective you have, it should be clear, right? So if you want to send a message to somebody, what message you want to give, it should be clear. Don't use any complex words there. Then concise hona zaruri. Concise means to the point. Don't just keep on writing unwanted things. Be clear and be to the point, right? Because ज्यादा लेंदी आप मैसेज लिखोगे तो उससे boredom create होता है. The person will feel more bored, right? So always be to the point. Concrete. Concrete means don't be vague. आप जो मैसेज कर रहे हो, that message should be based on the facts, and the data should be there to support your message, right? vague का मतलब ऐसे ही बोल देना. बट अगर आपने कोई मैसेज ऐसे भेजना है, a written message, it should be concrete, it should be based on some factual data, something which is correct. Incorrect नहीं होना चाहिए, right? Then we should also be, the message should also be correct in the form, the language should be correct, right? You should use a right language for writing that message. Then it should be coherent. Coherent means the message you deliver should make sense to the receiver. ऐसा ना हो कि आप मैसेज उसको भेज रहे हो जिसको रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं है उस मैसेज की, right? Like if you are sending a message to let's say a teacher is sending a message to students, right? And in place of sending a message to the student, he or she is sending a message to the parent, right? So that is coherent message, because that message is meant for the student, not for the parent. Okay. Then it should be complete also. So whatever information that your or data that you want to pass on, it should be complete in all regards. It should not happen कि आप मैसेज में आधी चीजें डाल रहे हो, आधी चीजें आप दे ही नहीं रहे हो. तो मैसेज हमेशा कंप्लीट होना चाहिए. Always be courteous. Courteous is to be very polite while drafting the message, right? If you're sending a message to somebody who's senior than you, then put some respectable words at the starting. always give a thank line at the end. ये थोड़ा polite way of sending a message, drafting a message, right? So this we should keep in mind. Right, then we have certain more grammatical things we should look into, but I think the class time is all over, right? So I'll end up here.